Hey, it's your boy from Media Room back with another one. We got the Joe Budden podcast talking about Drake calling the Canadian politician Jagmeet Singh a goof. And Jagmeet ended up apologizing right after and was like, oh, my bad, I was here for SZA. But, you know, the internet went and found videos of him turning up to Kendrick Lamar. So we're going to have to talk about Drake Trump-like dictatorship after you guys hear what Joe Budden have to say, because it's kind of odd how someone can have that much power and they're supposed to be just a rapper. Let's get straight to it.
Hold up for a minute. All right, explain it to me like I'm in kindergarten. Yes, I understand the point that you're making. That's fly.
Okay.
And it does show something. Mm-hmm. I just don't get where the power part is.
The power is I don't want to piss him off.
You called him a goofball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can insult you.
But he did go to the show.
No.
And if he could do it again, he says, maybe I wouldn't have went to the show.
Yeah.
I don't equate the politician dude and his live concert choices to power.
No, the power is...
Now, if they doing some other shit back there that's not seen, then I'm with you. I'm just not chalking this up to power.
It's not the power.
Drake
just the fact that he wanted to... He felt he needed to clean this up speaks to the power that Drake has here. I don't want to be on his wrong side no matter what. So I need to clean... Drake, all he said was, yo, you a goof.
And privately.
It ain't like, yo, you know what we working on? Yo, I'm not fucking with you anymore. Yo, you a goof.
I'm not rolling with
I'm pulling my funding.
Y'all are going to brainwash my independent thinking. And that's still fly. Don't think I'm taking that away. Or this politician dude is a bitch.
Well, there's that.
Why we gotta hold up? This wouldn't be the first time that we've seen one of the Toronto politicians do some bitch shit. All right, two bitches is bitching.
Why though?
Right.
Because they ain't did it to no other Toronto artists.
Or
that speaks to him.
Or another nigga might not have made this particular bitch act like a bitch.
You know when Eric Adams was telling y'all about the difference between New York and Kansas? That's just how I look at some of this stuff. Like, what y'all saying is right.
And guess what happened?
But in New York...
And Eric Adams is the same nigga that got up there and said, Mr. Trump, I apologize, Mr. Trump.
Boss.
Boss, sir.
Massa.
Yeah.
Is you smarter than this? Eric Adams is related to Bishop Whitehead.
I know.
You know what the fuck is going on.
And they was running all up in his crib.
You know what's going on,
Yachty
dog.
Singh
Hey,
could be related to the rest of them niggas that...
You know.
Got some
Wow.
Oh my God.
Don't know.
I like him.
Anyway,
but y'all
ain't getting me jammed up this summer. I'm trying to have a good summer. I'm trying to have a good summer. I don't want no smoke.
Same.
So
I
is
don't
he.
want no beef.
So is homeboy.
He's trying to have a good
He's trying to have a good summer. I don't want no smoke.
I don't have no comment on this. This is some of the bitchiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It is. But you would think that a politician has better, bigger fish to fry than worrying about his presence at a concert insulting fucking Drake. But apparently not.
Bro,
that is what makes the situation so ludicrous.
We've seen instances of shit like this happening since we've been...
Bro, this the nigga that said, yo, you got issues at the border. I can make a call and get you through.
Boom.
Like, he got some, he got some movement up there.
Joe,
What is y'all talking about?
It's true, though.
We've also heard other niggas say, yo, I had a show up there and I couldn't make it to my show because he called and said, don't let me through. He got some, whether you want to call it, whatever level you want to equate it to, he got some pull up there. They know it. They're reacting like they do.
We have a resident Canadian right here.
Mm-hmm.
I know, making her bread and butter here in New Jersey.
Yeah, because...
I'm like, what the fuck are these niggas talking
Somebody
about?
made a call.
Yeah, what is going on? Y'all talking to a New Yorker about Toronto power. I get it. It is. It's powerful out there.
Does any rapper in the United States, I would say Jay-Z, yes. Does any other rapper in the United States have that kind of power?
No.
Even the power that we're alleging Drake to have?
No.
Nationally, no, but I'm sure locally for sure.
Oh, yeah, locally for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Locally, yes. But nationally, I doubt it. I don't even know if Jay-Z got that power nationwide, but...
All right, now we do... if you telling me that, and y'all triggering me. If you telling me that Drake has power because he denied Duke at the best Tim Hortons that Canada has to offer.
A croissant and a coffee.
Yo, if that's powerful, then Hove, Texan Barack.
Right, so I'm like, what are you
has
talking
to
about?
be some level of, am I in the Matrix?
Now, it's pretty interesting because for me, you think of power in rap, you think of Jay-Z. All the time people think of Jay-Z because Jay-Z has deals with he had deals with Tidal that he sold. He was the first with the Brooklyn Nets. Before the Brooklyn Nets became the Brooklyn Nets, he already had, like, he was, to me, way better at business, or still is way better at business than Drake. Like, Drake is kind of a bully in terms of how he handles things. Because even though I feel like Jay-Z probably does bully tactics, it doesn't really come out, or he doesn't show screenshots of his tactics or how he's talking behind the scenes. So we can't really judge him like that, like how we could judge a Drake who would show his legit screenshots of his actual DM. Now, anybody else, I believe, in the world would have been called themselves a goof. Like, oh, you released a screenshot of you calling someone else a goof. You're kind of a goof as well. Like, this isn't, like, you're not cool. You don't get cool points for this. But it seems like Drake has gotten cool points for this because he's shown some type of power that he has in a different country. But my issue is the power is kind of more of a dictatorship to where someone cannot feel music. Music is something that's esoteric. You can, like, music is used to communicate to God or feel the presence of God, right? So notice how even if someone plays R. Kelly, you immediately going to start moving your body. You're going to start singing to it. Someone starts playing Michael Jackson. And at that moment, you're not going to think, hey, I don't like this guy. Or, hey, this guy has done things in history or past or have allegations, whether I agree with them or not. I'm just saying what people, the natural thought is. So when it comes to a politician listening to Kendrick Lamar or going there for SZA but happen to turn up to Kendrick Lamar, he can't control how he actually is feeling because you can't block off music unless you cut off your ears. So that's just facts. So for me, Drake has taken a role to where now I'm looking at him kind of like a bully with his power more than like a leader with his power. If I'm being 100% like honest about the situation, because it seems like a lot of people are praising him for bully tactics. We've seen Jay-Z kind of let down the blueprint. He just kind of did constant business tactics to get rich. And we're talking about rapper who kind of used or has power in the game, right? We see Drake doing gambling stakes and stuff like that. He's not doing the same stuff that I would say a Jay-Z is doing in terms of a rapper who has power. So when it comes to Drake's power, I feel like it's like, it's more of like he wants to own everybody and everybody's thoughts. So, but I also wanted to tie that into Akademiks because Akademiks recently went to Kendrick Lamar's concert. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because if he's calling the politician a goof, Akademiks, you have to feel some type of way about how he might feel about you. Now, I always felt the way because I felt like Akademiks gave a lot of his love and a lot of his like, I feel like he made Drake even bigger. Like, even though Drake is kind of a bigger artist, he kind of kept his name relevant at a certain time before, like, the OVO Mall really went crazy before the Drake beef. He was doing any and everything to keep Drake name relevant. And for Drake to not reward him with an interview, not saying that he has to, but I'm saying, bro, as a friend, as someone that kind of worked with him kind of in a sense, like, you give Kai Cenat, you giving Aiden Ross, XQC, people that I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not hip hop to me, right? And that's all I got to say. As much as we dislike or like Akademiks, bro, like, come on, that's foul. So that's why I feel like Akademiks went to the Kendrick Lamar concerts to show Drake that, hey, man, this alliance could break up, or I don't know. Or maybe Drake is like, man, I'm done with you behind the scenes. I don't know. But we got to keep an eye on their friendship because that friendship is looking a lot more skewed than what it was before. So, I don't know. How would you judge someone that tells a legit politician you're a goof for going to a concert that's the biggest concert in Canadian history, in a sense? There's never been a rapper who performed at that stadium, that specific stadium. Drake has never performed there. Kendrick Lamar was the first rapper in Canadian history. That is a politician, a mayor, or whoever, however Canadian politics go, the biggest people in Canada is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's very unfair, and the way that Drake moves lets me know that his character is kind of more of like a Trump character rather than someone who wants to kind of lead and help the people and save the people. He's kind of more about himself and more about how everybody else is looking at him, or how or what everybody else is doing. You got to make sure you're doing exactly what Drake wants you to do. And if you do anything outside of that line, then you are an enemy. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. That's why I do feel like everybody is on his side all of a sudden randomly, because they kind of have to, because I feel like his alliances with certain media groups might be very dominant and very powerful. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. It's being boy for me to run back with another banger, man. Peace.